How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here as we continue with Lucifer Season 5. We are on episode number 5, and yeah, it was a superb... I thought it was a superb episode last time around. I mean, it was very creative, and like I said, even if you might view it as a filler or not, I feel like there might be some significance, especially with the ring further down the line, but it really did give us a good portrayal of Lilith, who was mentioned in Season 4, and as well as the fact that we saw her in present-day Maze managing to find her after Michael told her at the end of Episode 3 about a secret that Lucifer has, and Episode 4 seemingly uncovered a bit of that, so yeah, but it was very creative, and I just loved everything that came around, even the utilization of the main cast playing different roles, and, you know, just how unique it was, I guess, in terms of what you usually deal with Lucifer. So I really, really enjoyed the last episode. I thought it was a bunch of fun. So yeah, but why don't we get into this episode of Lucifer with episode 5 of season 5? Let's go.
As a devil who has learned to embrace metaphors.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this some kind of like symbolism?
One gift burning another.
I hope it brings you the same catharsis it did for me.
Well, I appreciate this, Lucifer, but this is not what I need.
Well, then what do you need, detective?
She needs to process this.
I need to clear things up with the detective before I go home. Because once I relieve my brother, who knows when I'll be back? It's not like I can just...
This is a bit of a situation regarding Hal.
No. Hey, Lucy.
Why didn't you tell me he was here?
See my son. I've only been back a few hours, Lucy. I was gonna find you.
Unless someone pranked Amenadiel.
Straight.
Would be implausible.
Millennia down there, diligently doing everything he asked without complaint, and you have one sleepover in hell and Dad tells you your watch is over?
Well, you know that father works.
If you finish that sentence, I will punch you in your mysterious ways.
Oh.
When I was very young,
It was 1994.
I had a baby.
Go back to the picture.
Thank you for the offer, but for now I'm going to stick to police work and avoid anything God-related.
I mean, this is it, though. Amenadiel can try to ease her. Depeche Mode! Woo!
Hilarious.
The irony, right?
Oh, of course. Angel and all that.
How can
Oh!
I help you, Chloe?
Oh, so Amenadiel... Okay, so we got a bit of a switcheroo going on here. Okay.
Have the same effect on people?
Sorry, I don't.
Oh, oh.
Are you sure?
It's like he's a beacon for... Yeah. Maybe he doesn't need to look into someone's eyes. It's just his heavenly presence.
Your baby was a nightmare.
Got it.
No. God, no.
It's just that she was surrounded...
Perfect
She was scared.
and beautiful and...
She didn't want to fail her, really.
And I didn't have the strength to raise her.
Do you know of anyone?
Someone look at me the way that
Yes.
the nuns look at Amenadiel.
Who?
The devil, of course.
Anyone else?
You are the most beautiful person I've ever seen.
Thank you. The question was, do you know of anyone who would want to hurt Sister Victoria?
A murder, man. It's like a gigantic puzzle. Only you don't know what the corner pieces are, or what it's gonna look like when it's done.
You just described torture. Trust me, I know.
It could take hours, days, years, even, man.
Definitely torture. I see all your self-help nonsense has gone for naught.
But nothing.
I understand human desire. You're just...
The one who found our latest suspect.
Really? Really?
This,
You know,
this ain't a joke.
Chloe and I actually make a really great team. I can see why you enjoy working with her.
Oh.
If you'll excuse me, I'm just gonna...
That's a challenge, though. Oh no.
Feel powerless, adrift. You have more control than you think, my child.
I mean, this is it, though. Like, just because a path's laid out doesn't mean...
Control or faith?
You know,
you can't have it both
you have to
ways.
stick on the path. You can go on the grass.
I have faith in you, detective. You help the helpless. Takes great strength to do.
Destiny Page, the pop star? How would you know her number?
Oh, well, funny
Never
story,
mind.
actually.
Yeah.
I gotta tell Chloe.
Well, as long as it speeds things along.
It actually might be a new lead.
Yeah, it could
Great
be.
work, Lucifer.
See?
Take
Look
that
at the...
How's the signal?
I don't think there's been any problems.
How about maintaining relationships?
Ace is
I'm not sure
pushing
if this
things,
has
and
to do
then
with the
Linda's like...
Sorry, you're right. This looks like a beautiful home. It really is.
I wonder why someone would abandon it.
Okay, can you give us a minute?
Wow, not so subtle laugh.
I'm realizing it needs to be up to her. Coward. I'm not Lilith. If you have something you need to say to your mother, you should say it to her.
Oh, shit.
Why would I feel guilty?
Because you're the one who performed the little miracle on the detective's mum in the first place.
That wasn't my...
What?
Oh, shit! Oh, no!
Go ahead, talk.
Ouch!
Years ago,
You're my dad?
Oh my god, that's true. Okay.
So made a blessing isn't a euphemism?
Well, not in this case, at least.
No, Chloe, no. Lucy, stop. Listen, Chloe, your parents are still your parents.
You were given a gift. I am that gift.
I am the gift.
I mean, I'm not even a person. I'm just a thing.
No, you're
Created
not.
for someone else.
A thing. You're still human.
And I gotta get back to work.
Well, I thought you might tell me about the murder, given how pious she's supposed to be. But her recent music is clearly just a collection of beautiful lies.
Murder? Was someone killed? Yeah.
Unless it was the
Victoria
bodyguard in regards to Karen reaching out to
Okay.
the convent. I don't
That's why she stopped taking my calls.
So you admit to knowing her?
Yeah, she's my assistant.
So Mother
Oh.
Angelica refused to sell, and what you said?
The woman that lived here. Lily Rose, she died a couple days ago. Left a ton of junk.
Oh, shit.
Was she someone to you? You want any of this stuff?
Oh, Maze.
Maybe, can I just have a minute, please?
Sure.
Maze. Can I just give her a hug?
Well, that's what Destiny Page was wearing.
Wait, you actually read the transcript?
No shortcuts, Daniel.
Look at them! Look at him go!
Perfect timing, because we just confirmed that Destiny Page isn't our killer.
I had a feeling.
So we're back to square one.
But he tried.
Or when you're undercover under nunnery.
Those aren't the only two reasons, obviously.
Bracelet bros for the win.
Look at these two!
Well,
Bracelet
I could
bros!
see why a fiancé would be upset she had embraced the life of a nun. However, we have no proof, no idea.
I mean,
who
the thing
fiancé
is,
we don't even know if
a
the
hunch.
fiancé is a him. So for now,
Excuse me?
but yeah,
Is there someone?
Ooh, okay! Okay!
Remember, Daniel, there are no shortcuts.
What?
Put
Listen!
in the work.
Point.
I mean, Lucifer's got a...
What are you doing?
I'm letting go. Like you said, I'm admitting the truth of my feelings for you.
That's
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
That's exactly it. How did you know that? I didn't even know that until you just said it out loud.
Shows the wings. That's just a hunch, right?
I'm starting to understand something.
I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get over this.
She still needs to process that stuff.
I understand, Detective.
You do?
There are no shortcuts. Just take all the time you need.
Aww.
Sure.
I love that. This is it. He's learning that
Okay.
he has to be patient.
Very gentlemanly of you to die first.
Yeah, just like his bro.
What if it wasn't fake?
Put him down. Oh my god. And I think this is Chloe's first time seeing his wings.
Have faith, Hank. I am, but I'm pretty sure that she was seeing her own faith reflected back at her.
Because she did mention it was like, yeah.
But you're the only mortal who sees him for who he truly is.
Oh.
So everything we shared and
It's real.
everything I was afraid was a manipulation.
It's as real as it gets.
But I make him vulnerable.
That's something else I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh man, I loved that epiphany. Like, this is it. This is it. Amenadiel
biological parents
has been pretty much fundamental for Chloe in her crisis.
bounty hunting for you. She died, Linda.
This is it. You don't want to live in regret. Payment.
Well, I had a interesting conversation with Amenadiel.
Please tell me you're not making a police consultant anything but that.
No, actually, he has a theory about why I make you vulnerable.
What?
If you choose to be vulnerable around me, then I choose to be vulnerable around you.
Oh my god! Oh! Oh, are they going for the kiss? They're going for the kiss, please! Woohoo! We're back, people! Oh, it's a beautiful epiphany. Oh yeah! Yes! Oh man. Things are looking on the up, and this is what I was, saying, like, was the prospect of having this team up with Chloe and Amenadiel, and Chloe going through her crisis of her identity crisis, I guess you could say. Whereas, Lucifer means well, but, is not exactly helping matters, I guess, in terms of, Chloe's still confused of what to do. Amenadiel's more of a calmer person and a more, he processes, I'd say he processes things a bit more smoothly, if that makes sense. And I feel like this is what was needed for Chloe to be on the right track, for her to put her back into, out of worry, if that makes sense. Because this is it. Ever since she was told, her mind's been at a bit of it's been racing. And Amenadiel has pacified that. He brings that, he can bring that soothing, if that makes sense. So, and, Lucifer owes Amenadiel big time. He won't want to admit it, but he owes the shit ton out of him, for him, should I say. So, and I can actually be happy with this recent development for Dexter, because now they know every single bit, and yeah, unless Lucifer has some other kind of secret going on that we don't know about, because everything that Chloe knows, we know, I guess, in terms of Lucifer and his dynamic with Chloe. So, unless there's something else that Michael has cooked up his sleeve or whatever, but he could, you know, easily shit stir in order to invoke on people's fears, we are full on sailing, and there's going to be no stoppages from here on outwards, right? Right? I don't know. But yeah, there's going to be no reveals that's going to put Chloe off. She basically, in this episode, she found out that she's the only one that really has free will because of Amenadiel's theory regarding... I just love it, though. Like, what turned out to be... Like, it was really, really funny when Amenadiel was interrogating the nuns as well, but what turned out to be really, really funny was a huge eye-opener for Chloe, that she is the one that has free will, because with Amenadiel, there is that reflection of God through him, and there is that, like, confessional, I guess, approach. Like one of the nuns that went to the precinct, they were very, like, they did confess that they were attracted to Amenadiel, but that was because of the fact that there was that there was that reflection from him. So yeah. And with Lucifer, there is that desire, and it gets them hooked. I wouldn't say it's like hypnosis, but it does have... Well, this is what I'm talking about with Chloe. There is that resistance, and that's because Lucifer lets his walls down, essentially, to Chloe. And Chloe has that freedom. She is not swayed, and thus she has a choice. So, and I just really, really love that explanation. You make yourself vulnerable to me, and I'm gonna make I'm gonna be vulnerable to you, and it's a beautiful way of of putting things back on track where things should be with God and Chloe and Lucifer. As well as explaining, I guess, the full extent to Lucifer's how he's not able to connect with Chloe in that way that he does to everyone else with his desire shtick. So, but this is it. They know everything now about each other, and no stoppages. No stoppages. Not a single one. And Michael can try, but Lucifer also could verify it as well, because he doesn't lie. So he could be like, yeah, that man's a liar, and Chloe would believe him because Lucifer doesn't lie. So I love it though. It was a really, really great episode though, like, especially with the dynamics. Like, one of the many things, should I say, that this show really does well. One thing that I really do love about the show is the dynamics and how they can switch it up every so often. And in this episode, we had Chloe and Amenadiel, and they haven't really had much, screen time, just them two together. They've had moments, like last season, but this was a full focus on Chloe and Amenadiel, especially with Chloe not wanting Lucifer to be involved. She still needs to process things, and of course, it's going to hurt for Lucifer with the fact that he's not able to be there. But there is such a great respect to what Lucifer does, because he is giving that patience to Chloe. But he's also doing his best to help from behind, I guess, the curtain, really, with Dan. Not just that, though, but it gives a chance for Lucifer and Dan to shine, especially after the turmoil last season. And of course, there's still going to be tension. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything else. But there is still that great bonding. They are bracelet bros, and I just really love it, especially when they thought they had a lead with the engagement ring, thingy-mabob at the yoga thing. because of course that was the thing that killed. Well, that's what they thought killed Victoria. It was really good seeing. Yeah, look at us, bracelet bros. So I'm really loving their dynamic. So I'm hoping that continues, of course, for the duration of this season. And of course, it's a complete 180 to last season, where at this point last season, Dan was ready to just throw Lucifer under the bus for anything that happened. So yeah. But yeah, it was just really amazing to see the different dynamics. But this is also what I was talking about after the episode ended. This is a really good pushing point for Chloe in terms of moving past the whole dilemma that she's having with her thinking about how she's this miracle and how there is no free will. Amenadiel, not only with his theory, but also with his passiveness as well, his wisdom, everything. Chloe needed that the most. And as much as it would hurt for Lucifer, her needing that time away from Lucifer was pretty much necessary. Because Lucifer and Amenadiel, they click so well in terms of what they can provide. But she needed Amenadiel's guidance so much in this episode, and Amenadiel really, like, this is what I'm saying. Lucifer owes Amenadiel a bloody drink or two or whatever, because thanks to Amenadiel realizing that the reflection of God was coming through him, hence why all the nuns were eyeing him up and all that. He's realizing that desire. It's applicable to Lucifer, but it's of course a bit different. It's more so about desire, but it doesn't affect Chloe. And there is that vulnerability from Lucifer. Chloe has that free will at the end of the day, something that she thought she was deprived of. And that is the gift, not, Chloe. So it's a really beautiful way of, and a very logical way, because it, you have Chloe wondering, what does it matter? I don't have any free will. But she has the most free will. Out of everyone in the human race, she has not just the fact that she's the one that has free will, but also she gave hope when her parents didn't have that, I would say. I know that was more so established, of course, compared to the fact that she essentially has free will. But this is it. She gave her parents who were trying, who thought they couldn't, that hope, that chance, especially since this is very poignant with what was going on with Linda and Maze's story. But that's basically my 2 cents on the matter regarding Chloe's existence and how she gave that hope. So, and her existence is a gift to them, I would say, because this is it. There was no hope, and then Chloe comes along, and she is hope. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I think the thing with Lucifer is, especially since it's coming to the end, and now we're in season 5, we've had a few seasons of Lucifer and Chloe just. There's been so much teasing, and there's been so much frustration. Like, you want them to get together, and when things look good, something has to hit a roadblock. Ever since season 2, something has always had an impact on Lucifer and Chloe's potential relationship that makes it seem like, okay, it's a one-time thing. Yeah, no hope there. Now, everything's out there, and it's done in a nice callback as well, and there was quite a few, especially going back to season 1 with Lucifer burning the wings. But it's such a beautiful way, because, of course, we found out from the very first episode, Chloe could not be affected by Lucifer's desire thing, and I feel like it's a beautiful way to solidify that not only can things move forward between the pair, because Lucifer makes himself vulnerable to her, he lets those walls down, but also it gives Chloe that clarity that she needs, because she's been fretting about the fact that, do I have free will? And she has, out of 7 billion, she has the most. So, we don't even know what the population is on that Earth, but you get the idea. So, But yeah, we had Amenadiel being the detective, which was just really, really amazing to see. And to see Lucifer just getting kind of frustrated with that idea was just great. But it was really great. And I think I guess I called it with I think his name was Hank. Especially with the, I guess, failure of the convent that was that happened to Destiny. But of course, things got a bit more complicated. Well, I wouldn't say complicated, but it was in a different direction than what I thought was going to happen, with the fact that Hank was engaged to someone, but her love, he essentially got a bit jealous. That's basically it in layman's terms, because she, her faith was strong, and he took drastic action there. And it might have been a bit risky for Amenadiel to expose his wings to Hank. So, yeah, but especially with him being about the fact that humans can't learn about celestials, and Lucifer does take things a bit more in a reckless direction, and there is that passiveness, there is that I guess ease that Amenadiel offers, but it works because of the fact that Hank was like, yeah, she was so devoted into something that doesn't exist, so I'm offing her. I might have gone a bit extreme, but I was so sick of her being so devoted to something that doesn't exist. And Amenadiel's like, you know what, I'm sick of your shit, I'm going to give you something to believe about. And it's a way to shut him up, really. So, drastic, maybe, risky, maybe, worth it. Yes. So, it was just really great. And plus, I don't think Chloe has seen Amenadiel's wings before, so this is a chance for her to see the difference between, Lucifer and his wings, because, she's seen them anyway, so, especially the fake ones, so going back to, season 1. But also, she can now see Amenadiel's wings, so yeah. But it was so good seeing them two work together and being able to be on this case. Not just that though, but of course the different dynamics. It builds Lucifer and Dan's relationship, and it gives Amenadiel and Chloe that dynamic that is, not usually seen, but it brings them closer. And Chloe's very, very thankful for, it makes Chloe very thankful that Amenadiel gave her that ease, that that ability to subside that anxiety regarding her identity, regarding the fact that she's the miracle child, because of the fact that I was, developed to be Mrs. Morningstar, etc. I have no free will. But she has the most free will, I would say, out of everyone, because that desire does not reflect upon, that seduction does not impact Chloe, and it does for everyone else. Everyone has this kind of pull because of Lucifer's presence, and here we go. So, and we saw that last season in the penultimate episode. Everyone was so drawn in, kind of like Amenadiel. So I thought that was very interesting. Remember when Lucifer's appearance was deteriorating, and it went to the full extent? Not the full extent, because that's when his body shedded the suit. But we saw people being pulled in by Lucifer's desire, and that's a testament to the reflection that Amenadiel spoke about, similar to how the nuns were so appealed to him, and they were like, one going to the extreme at some point. So yeah, because saying I'm going to kiss you, basically. So yeah, but we also had a very, very heartbreaking turn of events with Maze, especially, and Linda, with Linda finding her daughter and revealing the truth, because we did see that picture at the end of episode 2, and I thought that was very interesting. Did she have another child? There was a sad part of me that was wondering, did her child die in some capacity, considering that it has not been brought up? But it was revealed that she grew up and that Linda ran, and there was that worry. And I do feel like in some semblance that Maze was being a bit harsh, especially with her dynamic with Lilith and Linda with her daughter. And this is it with Linda. It's a very scary experience, and there is a lot to process. Will she hate me? Like, has she got a very nice persona? I want to kind of get the lay of the land in a sense, but she's also very, very worried about how the situation's going to go. And Maze, Maze took her chance to visit her mum, but. Yeah. So I just realised something as well regarding Amenadiel as well, which I do want to talk about because I don't trust something going on, but we'll get to that bridge when we cross it. But yeah, it was really, really heartbreaking because there's that lack of closure for Maze. Maze doesn't get that closure, and Linda at least does, and now we can have this kind of push with Linda meeting Adriana because it's just the fact that Maze never got that closure with Lilith, and there is that hope that Linda doesn't follow the same suit, isn't there? So it's that embrace everything whilst you still can, etc. So the world could end tomorrow for all you know. But no, it was really, really heartbreaking with Maze. With Maze just breaking down, knowing that she never got that closure with Lilith, and I mean, there is hope that she can in some capacity, but it wouldn't be under the circumstances she would have hoped for, would it? So yeah. But it was really interesting learning a bit more regarding Linda and how she had another daughter. Because, like I said, episode 2, I think it was, when she was looking at the photo, we kind of like put 2 and 2 together. Did Linda have another kid? And it turns out she did. And there was a sad circumstance regarding Linda's situation. And but I really, really thought that it was a very interesting development, and I'm really excited to see where things go with Linda and Adriana. So, hopefully it'll get emotional, obviously, especially since this is your long lost mother coming into the picture. But it will be very interesting to see where things do go with that direction, especially with the worries that Linda's been having and how she's been talking about the fact that this has been eating away at her like every day. So, and she is at least thankful for Maze because of the fact, thanks to her bounty hunting, she's able to find Adriana. And, you know, like I said, this gives her an opportunity to kind of rekindle something, to have that hope, because the alternative is being in Maze's situation and sadly may not be able to find that closure that, you know, would just eat you away worse. So, yeah. There is one thing that I do want to talk about as well, and that's, you know, diving back into the Amenadiel situation. So, obviously, in this episode, we found out that Amenadiel was pardoned from being a gatekeeper of hell, because God said that hell no longer needs a warden. That seems a bit too easy, to be fair. And, you know, I was thinking, well, unless someone pranks you, because, yeah, I feel like it's a bit too easy. And, you know, during the second part of, this episode, or during the part where they went into the secret room at the convent, I was thinking, I wonder what Michael is doing. Because he wasn't in the last episode, obviously. The last time we saw him, Lucifer gave him a nice parting gift. So, yeah. And I was just sitting here thinking, okay, I'm wondering what Michael is doing. And I'm just thinking, what if Michael duped Amenadiel? And, I mean, this is a stretch of a thought, but we know that, you know, like Michael likes to put on a voice. I mean, he was pretending to be Lucifer, but that's easy because Lucifer is his twin. So yeah, that's why I'm saying it's a bit of a stretch, because unless God is the replica of is another Tom Ellis, then yeah. But I just think it's a bit too easy to reprieve Amenadiel because hell no longer needs a warden. So yeah. And I'm thinking Michael might have some kind of plan cooked up, especially if this involves Hell. He might go to the extreme. I don't know, but I'm just thinking Michael's been absent for these 2 episodes, and you're just wondering what's going on here. Things are seemingly a bit too easy with Amenadiel being reprieved. So, colour me suspicious. I'm getting my detective classes, but they're downstairs. So, yeah. But I should have brought them up when I sussed the bodyguard, and here we go. So, but then again, I'll be like, is it you? Is it you? Is it you? So I can't really say anything, but yeah, I'm a bit suspicious about God reprieving, I guess, Amenadiel. So, but yeah, brilliant episode of Lucifer. Enjoyed it so much, and yeah, it's gonna be great to see where things go from here, because the ship is sailing. Nothing's gonna stop this. No iceberg in sight. See you later, people. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!